Good morning. Good morning, my family, friends, my community, my Without Bounds community. Oh, it is suddenly cold. The cold is my friend, but boy, good morning. Good morning, man. The cold has really just creeped its way on in here. I'm so baffled. I thought that we would have like a warm November like we have had like the last couple of years, but no. It's cold so immediately. So winter came early apparently. The groundhog must have seen its like shadow months ago or something. I don't know, but winter's here again. So hope y'all have had a great week. I know I sure have. It's been a great week, Monday through Friday. Awesome. I know I hadn't been able to get on here Wednesday and Thursday. I was recovering from going to Brooklyn 2 nights this week to see my favorite band perform 2 nights in a row. If you've ever heard of the Deer Hunter, they are tremendous. They are one of the greatest. They put on just the greatest performance ever. It's just such a reward to see them, especially 10 years later. When I started listening to them, I was probably about 14, 15 years old. So, but it was 10 years ago that I bought this lifetime pass. I guess they were looking to create like a cash grab. So they sold like 200 of these passes, I guess, to raise some money for their band. And they promised those who have the pass that moving forward, any show that they perform, whether they're headlining or if they're just, an opener, they would let you come. And I've gotten more than my fair share's worth of shows over the last 10 years because of this, which has been, oh man, like coming up to this point now when, they have the fullest discography that they have. It's just, they've got so much good music to play. And they did this, they did like a podcast style night, the first night, where like we got to go up, ask questions, hang out with them. So it was just, they made sure that, you got something different both nights. They made sure that you were able to enjoy the fullest scope of what they do. So if you've never checked out the Deer Hunter, I advise you, I encourage you, go expand your musical palette, go check them out. They've got something for people who like progressive rock. Good morning. Happy to have you along. Yeah, I've got the gloves out, so I can't really control the screen. I need those gloves, that can control the screen. My girlfriend's got those, but I don't have those. So, it's been a lovely week. I sincerely hope that you've had a great week. I sincerely hope that you've been able to, get done what you've sought to get done this week. I know I certainly have, whether it was work with clients. I finally finished editing one of my courses, so that's all done and complete, which is just such a relief. You don't know how happy I am to have that be done. The course has come out really great. We call it the ego eraser. It's about getting that thing, that wandering mind, getting it to calm down, developing understanding of how it shows up, developing strategies to cage the beast, so to speak. So if you have any interest in that, if you're looking to get your mind under control, to not let your mind wander anymore, please, by all means, direct message us and we can get you access to the course. But today, besides being grateful as hell for this beautiful day, being able to move, thank God I am alive here in the flesh, I would like to talk about, and this is a little bit out of left field for some of us, but I would like to talk about prayer today. Talk about prayer. I had a session with a client last night, and she's telling me how one of her coworkers is going through some tough times at work. One of the officers, one of the the C-class officers for their company, has been putting some undue, unnecessary, and somewhat, from what she was telling me, unprofessional stress on her coworker. And my client was really taken aback by her coworker's pain, so much so that she went home and she prayed for her. And she asked her higher power, watch over this woman, please take care of her, make sure that this goes well for her. And then the next day she comes into work to find out that the boss for this woman had completely shifted his attitude, had completely, it was an HR violation just waiting to happen, and overnight just completely shifted his attitude toward her, completely shifted his behavior toward her. And it was just remarkable. So I'm sitting there with a big smile on my face. Yes, wave back, yes. I'm sitting there with a big smile on my face, really just tremendously moved by what she was sharing. So that inspires me to be here now to share with you what I think can serve you in helping your prayer be elevated to a higher level. And what do I mean by that? Well, whoa, there's some crazy people yelling so early in the morning. Anyway, what do I mean by that? Well, people typically pray. Oh man, trying to adjust this here, sorry. People typically pray in a way that emphasizes a kind of hopeful begging to their higher power. A hopeful begging. And I don't know if you've ever heard the expression that hope is a beggar, meaning we're seeking outside forces to culminate and to cultivate the world that we want. Whereas the kind of prayer that I do, and the kind of prayer that I will go through with you today, and that we kind of do every day together when we are here, is a kind of seeking connection with something powerful, a connection with perhaps something divine that will allow you to call upon this higher resource within you without begging. Good morning, my friend. Let's get that wave in there. Yeah. So typically when people are praying, maybe they're on their knees, maybe they're in bed, maybe they're just sitting. You close your eyes or you put your hands together in those prayer hands. When you say, please God, please make these itches go away. Or please God, take the cancer away. Please God, save my child. Please God. And it's always this, please, please. Now, when your child comes up to you, or if you've ever had a child come up to you and go, please, please, please mom, please dad, do you think God has any different response? Do you think your higher power, hears your prayers for pleading for things and goes, yeah, I totally want to help you? Lord knows when I hear a child doing that, it's like, ugh, you are annoying. But I do love children. That's besides the point. But it's the kind of prayer that is, it's pleading. It's a plead. It's begging. It's hoping. And what I would love to get you to work past is to start seeking a kind of connection with your higher power that creates a more open connection, creates a path that makes you magnetic to what you want to create. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, we talk a lot about physiology. We talk a lot about the way our bodies and minds are wired and oriented. And when it comes to actualization of what it is that you want, when you want things to show up in your life, it comes down to realizing that you are that element. You are the missing piece to what will bring the life that you want. It's the kind of thing when preparation meets opportunity. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. And success follows when you decide to prepare your being for what it is you want to receive. So, in order to prepare your being, what do you think you have to do? What do you think you have to start doing to change your own physiology to start attracting and create the vessel that attracts what you want, that allows what you want to come in, so that you may receive what you want instead of resist what you want, instead of resist through begging, resist through hoping. There are what are called laws to the universe, so to speak. We have gravity, we've got electromagnetism, but we've also got principles that are wired into the very nature of our thought, that are wired into the very nature of our feelings and emotions. Now, I have spent the last 3 years creating a system, a proprietary system known as live feedback. I call it the body's inner guidance system. It's one of the greatest tools that I have for our coaching. It's one of the greatest tools that I have to help you heal, uplift, and empower yourself, to help you add color to your life. And ultimately, the pathway towards creating a greater form of prayer comes down to this. And I'm going to lay it out for you, hopefully in a way that you understand. It might be a little fast, but if you have questions, you can post them below. If you have questions, direct message us. We're always open to spot coaching. We're always open to giving our first sessions for free. And we're always open, if you just talk to us, we'll see where we can go from there and see how to make this work for you. But if there's anything that confuses you today, just please don't forget, we're here to help. So it starts with the feeling. It starts with the feeling. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you look at how many people get what they want in this world, if you look at how many people are succeeding at what they want, and you ask them, well, what is it that made you get this far? Why are you such an outlier? Why have you been able to achieve what it is that you want? And there's a lot that goes into it. One, hard work, repetition, showing up, obvious things that will help you succeed. Though there are plenty of people working hard, showing up, and doing it on repeat and still not having any breakthroughs. But there are some key ingredients, some obvious things that are missing from that equation. Have you ever heard Jim Carrey talk about how he got successful? How when he was coming up as a comedian and actor, he would sit, I think, in the Hollywood Hills in his car, a beat up car, holding a check that he wrote to himself for $10 million. Good morning, brother. And instead of saying, God, make me, a world-class actor, make me an award-winning actor, God, please, please. No, he sat there holding this check that he wrote to himself, holding this check and envisioning what life is like. What does it feel like to get what he wants? What does it feel like to actually hold the thing that will one day set him free and will one day mean, unleashing prosperity for himself and for his loved ones? He got at the feeling of it. Then you look at so many other people. You look at Michael Jordan. And what did Michael do besides practice all the damn time? He stood there looking at the baskets, and he would envision dunking, he would envision playing, he would envision what it is that he has to do. So we're circling around this idea of what's called imagination, also known in this case as a form of visualization. Prayer, it's one thing for you to lay there, sit there, begging for things to change, pleading with God, pleading with your higher power, please make this different. But it is another thing completely when you call upon the resources that are your imaginative superpowers to change your reality. Now, what do I mean by that? So, if you take a person and you put them under a brain scan, or fMRI rather, and you tell that person, I'm going to poke your hand with a needle. And you poke them with a needle. Now you're going to see on their brain a spot light up with some blood flowing to it that says this person is experiencing a slight little itchy little pinch on his hand. And that spot on the brain where it's associated with the hand is lighting up. Good morning. So what happens if I tell you, all right, you know what that feels like, you know what that's like. Now I'm just going to ask you, I want you to imagine being pricked by this little needle on that hand. So you imagine it. You imagine what it feels like. You imagine the pain. And what do you know? The same spot in the brain lights up as if it's happening again, as if it's happening in real time. Your mind is recreating, is virtually simulating the reality as if it's repeating, as if it's happening again. So why don't we try something else? Let's pretend that we're going to poke your elbow this time, except I'm not going to poke your elbow. I want you to imagine that we're poking your elbow with a needle. And what do you know? The brain lights up and the same process unfolds, where the brain is simulating a reality that isn't happening. So what does that mean? Well, one, it means that we can drive ourselves pretty crazy imagining things. And two, we can also start to frame the way that we view the world, frame the way that we go out into the world, and start changing physiologically what happens inside of us. So my client says to me last night, she's like, you know, it sounds like when I go out into the cold, I start imagining being warm. I start imagining and telling myself, you know, I am warm, and start feeling like I'm surrounded by fire, and I feel a lot warmer. And I'm like, that's it, baby. You got it. You're nailing it on the head. And people don't realize that this is a secret form of prayer. A secret form of prayer that allows you to recruit the deep, powerful resources of the divine intelligence inside of you. Let's see. We are the imagination of ourselves, God experiencing himself subjectively. Yeah, that's a loaded statement there, man. It's like some Alan Watts shit. It's like, God has created the universe and has forgotten that he's created anything. So, realizing that your brain, your mind, your whole consciousness is this virtual reality superstructure. Bill Hicks, yes, Bill Hicks. What a savage human. Anyway, your brain is this, your mind, your consciousness is this virtual reality superstructure. And what it is allowing you to do is, if you can seek the feeling, if you can sit with yourself, you know, if you want to communicate with your higher power, however you're gonna, just be mindful not to beg. Be mindful not to plead with this thing. Instead, start imagining what it is that you want. Start imagining what it is you want to feel. And connect the two together. So it means sitting there. It might be imagining, you know, if your family's going through hard times, it might mean that you're imagining those hard times are gone. You're imagining smiling faces and lots of toys for the kids and lots of vacations for you and your partner. It might mean imagining having a partner if you don't have one. It might mean imagining having a better career if you don't like the one you're in. It might mean imagining that you're walking with me and getting to be my side person who walks with me in the morning. Whatever it is, bring that to mind, project it into your reality, project it with your mind and your mind's eye behind your closed eyelids, and search for that feeling inside of you. Because as you do, your mind will start to reorient around what it is that you are feeling continuously, repetitively, on a regular basis. So in my life, this meant taking, I'd set aside like a month of the year where I would literally just sit and visualize what I want for. I typically do this at the beginning of the year so that the rest of the year can be used to, slingshot me into the universe to go get what I want. And it's quite remarkable. Now, this might sound to some people like, oh, it sounds like law of attraction or law of manifestation. Well, it's because it is. It's my version of prayer. It's what I believe is, good morning, brother. It's what I believe is the kind of prayer that will make you more magnetic to what it is that you want to create. Now, typically when people pray, they pray for others, right? They pray for the well-being of others. They say, God, please take care of these people. Please, this person is sick. Please watch out for this person. Please take care of them. Jimmy, you are on the wrong account. Go get off my account and go to the other one. Everybody, Jordan has joined us on. Anyway, this is why we do what's called the loving kindness meditation at the end of this, which we'll be gearing up to do in just a moment. But the idea is that instead of praying, good morning, Jimmy. Glad to have you along, everybody. Jimmy, the other half of Without Bounds, is here, and his family. Like to see you laughing. Yeah, man. Yes. So, in order to take this version of prayer to the next level, good morning. Good morning. It's important to recognize that we need that visualization component. We need that feeling component. So in the loving kindness meditation, instead of saying, Lord, please help these people, instead it's, may you be happy. May you be blessed. Oh, well put. Very receptive for audience. Keep up the light work. Hell yeah. You keep up the light work too, girl. Or boy, I'm not really sure. Emily, that could be. We live in such a world. My name's Jordan. It's pretty unisex, so I'm assuming you're a woman, but be well. The loving kindness meditation, yes, I know, I'm sorry. The loving kindness meditation allows us to recruit the visualization component, allows us to recruit the feeling component of the law of attraction, of the law of manifestation. And it allows us to physiologically start changing our own minds and bodies to make us more magnetic to love, to make us exude and become the bastion of light in people's lives. When I've talked about loving kindness meditation, I tell you how, there's the person that walks into the room and lights up the room. Everyone's like, yes, that guy's here. Or it's the opposite. That person walks in and they're like, that guy is here, stay away from him. The loving kindness meditation allows you to start being that person who shows up that everyone loves. Allows you in the privacy of your own mind, when no one knows what you're thinking, to actually be using your mind to focus on the well-being of others. Because what do we spend our time doing most of the time? We spend our time thinking about others in all sorts of terrible ways. ways that aren't serving them, ways that aren't serving us. We think poorly of others, we think poor thoughts of others, we get angry at other people, we create scorecards, people aren't living up to our expectations, instead of thinking about people living their best lives, about thinking about people happier than they are now. So, when we're done here, what I do is I spend the rest of my walk thinking about people. I go person by person or group by group, and I go through the loving kindness meditation. I think about them, and then I do my blessings. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. And it's about recognizing that the kind of prayer that you could seek, a kind of elevated level of prayer, is by actually creating the space in your mind where you see what's possible for this person, where you see this person happier, where you see them living a better life. That's the version of prayer that I challenge you to seek. The version of prayer where you can start igniting within you the forces that actually serve other people instead of begging for their well-being. Sound good? Sound a lot better than just saying, please God, take care of these people. No, it's, I'm going to use what force inside of me to actually change the superstructure of my life and the superstructure of the universe itself, and start becoming a bigger and better conduit for a change that actually means something to other people. Like when my client last night was telling me, she's saying, I really wanted this person to feel better. And I just wanted her, I just imagined it was getting better for her. That's living the dream right there. Hell yeah. Well, that's the thing. We live on this, it's like we walk the line between, what it is that we want and what it is how things are. And if we want to make what is what we want, we have to participate in the right way. We have to be the lock, and we have to be the key that unlocks the lock in the right way, right? We have to participate with the laws as they're written, so to speak. So we have to do our part. And this is just me doing my part. This is just you doing your part. So now let's transition, friends, my family, my Without Bounds community, here to heal, uplift, and empower each other. This is what we do. We call it HUE for short because we're adding color to our lives, my friends. This is the loving kindness meditation that we end with each day that we're together. And how it goes is this. It's very simple. It's very easy. Your mind projects images. If I want to, I can imagine a beautiful sun surrounding in my hand, surrounding the phone. And sometimes I tell you to imagine a pink elephant. Can you see Dumbo? He's all pink this time. And you can close your eyes and just listen to me, or you can keep your eyes open if you're driving or doing some other stuff. The idea is to project an image of someone who, for you, it's uncomplicated for you to feel loving kindness for. It's uncomplicated for you to think about this person. It might be someone you admire. It might be me. It might be anyone in this world right now who you care about. And I want you to call them to mind. Project their image in your mind. And I'm going to repeat some phrases that you can repeat in your own mind. You can come up with your own phrases. But remember, we're not asking, we're not begging for anything. All we are saying is, may you be happy. May you be peaceful. And going through a whole list of beautiful things to say to this person and envision. And as you say it, sink into the feeling of it. You really want this person to be happy. You really want good things to come to them. You really want them to be free of their suffering. So you might see them smiling. You might feel the corners of your own mouth lift up. You'll see the pain on their face as you're saying, may you be free of suffering, and then it melts away. You want to envision this, to create inside of you that space that allows this to be possible for them. Let's see what we had here. Super Attractor by Gabrielle Bernstein. It's a great book about sending positivity into the universe and trusting your journey. Yes, Gabby's a powerful guru, I guess you could say, a powerful personal development woman, powerful spiritual development woman. I read her one book, The Universe Has Your Back. But she has a very interesting story. She's a good woman, good egg. So let's begin. Call to mind someone for whom it is easy for you to love, someone who it is uncomplicated for you to love, and let's begin. May you be happy. May you be happy. May you be peaceful. May you be peaceful. May you be blessed with well-being, loving kindness, and compassion. May all your hopes and dreams be realized in this lifetime. May you escape the greatest sorrows of this life. May you be abundant, wealthy, prosperous, and successful. May you be free of your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual suffering. May I protect you, keep you, and help you achieve your greatest dreams. And may you wish this for yourself and all beings and creatures. And now, let us shift and expand our focus. Let us reach further, broader. Think of this beautiful planet that we share. If you want, you can think of the country that you live in, the state that you live in. I'm going to go ahead and think about the whole of the earth. And I invite you, I challenge you to do so as well. Think of this big and beautiful planet that we share. Think of all the people on it right now who need help, who need this blessing, who need this prayer. And let's begin. May all beings and creatures of the earth, may we all be free of our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual suffering. May we all escape the greatest sorrows of this life.
Good morning.
Good morning. May we all be blessed with loving kindness, compassion, and well-being. May we all be free of poverty, free of debt, free of hunger, and free of homelessness. May we all be abundant, wealthy, prosperous, and successful. May all our hopes and dreams be realized in this lifetime. May we all be happy. May we all be happy. May we all be peaceful. May our world be free of corruption and greed in our governments and businesses. May we win in this 21st century and prepare for the future together. May we all be blessed for now and always. May I protect you, keep you, and help you achieve your greatest dreams. And may you wish this, may we wish this for ourselves and all beings and creatures. I wish this for you. I wish this for me. My friends, it's been a wonderful, wonderful week. I haven't been able to join us every day. I apologize, but thank you for being here. Congratulations on making it through another week. Congratulations on making it through this discussion. It's a joy and privilege to share this time and energy and space with you. It's a shockwave of goodness in the world. Go forth, seek a higher level of prayer, seek a better connection to your higher being. Hey, thank you for being here. I'm just a vessel. I'm just transmitting from the goodness. So this is just consider it part of your higher self. That's all I am. And as always, I'll be here Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. each day for some goodness, some love, some loving kindness. Join us in the future and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Remember, we're always here to spot coach. We're always here if you ever need some help. Just throw your questions down below, direct message us. We're always in correspondence. We always are open to help. First sessions are always free, and we can discuss from there how to elevate your life, how to heal, uplift, and empower yourself. We call it HUE for short. And thank you for being here. Thank you for adding color to your life. This is Jordan again from Without Bounds. Without Bounds now on Instagram. This video will be up on YouTube pending Instagram lets me save it. And if you want to watch it or watch any of our other ones, go to YouTube to check it out. All my love, my friends. All my loves, my community. Be well. Mwah.